In this video, I will introduce the index function and the match function and how to nest the match function within the index function. The index function will find a value based on the row or column you specify. When you enter the index function by itself, it doesn't seem all that useful. The match function finds a numerical position based on a lookup value and based on the range that you select. But again, by itself, the function doesn't seem all that useful. However, when the two functions are used together, they become very powerful. Together is like the VLOOKUP on steroids. For example, with the VLOOKUP, it's limited to looking from the left to the right. But with the index match function, you can have a value that's in column B, and you can have it look something up that's in column A. Another benefit of using the index match function over VLOOKUP is that columns and rows can be added typically without messing up any of the formula, which that usually isn't the case with the VLOOKUP. To get started, what I want to do is I want to show you how the index match function can be used so that you can see the power of the index match when it's combined. So first, I'll have you just take a look right here. I have I5 selected, and this is the formula up here in the formula bar. I also want to draw your attention to the fact that I've created a data validation list, and when I click the drop-down arrow, it lists all of the different departments right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click accounting for now. And then over here, I have another data validation list that when I click the drop-down arrow, it lists all the different software here. So I'll go ahead and select Excel. So the number 35 is being displayed, and if you look here for the accounting department, the program Excel, we have 35 users, and that's the number that's displayed right over here. If I were to switch this to say publisher, we now see that only 2 people in the accounting department use publisher. But if I switch this to be the IT department, 22 users are using publisher. So hopefully that demonstrates the usefulness of the two functions combined together. So to get us started, we're going to create a simple index function. I'm going to click in cell C13, and I'm going to type equal index. I'm going to double click on index to complete that function. And in this section here, I can see the format of what needs to be typed in. And it's asking for the array. So basically, the area that the answer will be found. So I'm going to go ahead and select this area here. I'm going to enter my comma, and then I'm going to say that I want the result of the third item listed in this array. So I'm going to go ahead and put the number 3. I don't need to put anything in the column number spot. You can see that's in brackets, and so that is not a necessary part of this function. So I'm going to go ahead and end this with the right parenthesis and press enter. And as you can see, the third item listed in this range, I'm going to go ahead and double click on this. So the third item listed in this range is the number 17, which is the result here. In this example, I'm going to go ahead and select multiple columns worth of data. So I'm going to start by equal index, double click index, and this time for my array, I'm going to go ahead and select this entire range here. So now I'm going to put in my comma, and this time I'll put a number 1 for the number 1 spot right here. But I want to go over 3 columns. So I'm going to put a comma, and then I'll put the number 3, and I'll press the right parenthesis and enter. And this time, what it's doing is it's looking in the first row, but in the third column, based on the array that I selected. So like I said, by itself, this isn't a very useful function. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the match function. So I'm going to do equal match. And the first thing it wants is a lookup value. What do I want to look up? I'm going to have Excel look up the number 17 for me, but where do I want it to look at? So I put in my comma, and the lookup array, I'm going to select this range right here, and I'm going to say that I want it to be an exact match. So I double clicked on exact match, and I'm going to put my right parenthesis and enter. And it tells me that the number 17 was in the third row within this selected range. So again, by itself, not super useful. But when you combine the index and the match together, that's when it becomes very useful. So if we look at this formula here, what you see is that the index portion is indicating that the answer is going to be somewhere between B5 to F9. That's the area that we're going to look for our answer. This match here is showing that H5 right here is the lookup value between A5 to A9. So it's going to look between A5 to A9 and return that value. That's the row that we need to look in. And then this match is looking at I4, and it's looking between B4 to F4 to find this department. And then what it will do is look in that column for the information. So basically, you are telling Excel that the answer is going to be somewhere in here, but this match is showing the row and this match is showing the column. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that formula, and we are going to recreate it. I'm going to type equal index, left parenthesis. The array is going to be B5 to F9, and then I'm going to enter my comma. And you can see right here where it says row number, Excel needs to know what row to look for the value. So that's going to be my first match. So I'm going to go ahead and type in match, and then I have to follow these steps here. So what's my lookup value? Well, I want it to look for the software called Publisher. So I'm going to click on H5, put in my comma. Now you can see it's asking me for my lookup array, which is going to be A5 to A9. I need it to look here and obviously find the row that my value is going to be in. The next thing here is I have to put my comma, and remember I want an exact match, so I double click on that, and then I end that with the right parenthesis. Now I enter my comma, and I'm prompted to look here where it has the column number. I need to tell Excel what column to look in to find my value. I've entered my range, and I've entered the first match information here, which finds my row. Now I need to enter my column. So I'm going to go ahead and type in match again, and in this section I need a lookup value. So this is the department I want to look up. I'm going to go ahead and put a comma, and now I have to enter my lookup array and select that, which is B4 to F4, and then again I have to put my comma and then double click on exact match. I'm going to go ahead and put my right parenthesis on there, and then I have to close it with another parenthesis because I have the parenthesis here, I've closed this one, parenthesis here, so I have to have two on the end, and then I press enter, and what I have here is the IT department, okay, and we're looking at Publisher here. I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller so I'm not scrolling back and forth so much. And then Publisher, IT Department 22. And if I were to change this to, let's say, Word, I can look here and that should be 17. And I can change this to be Purchasing. And we can see that Word in Purchasing uses 10, it matches. So that's an overview of how to create a basic index, a basic match, and how to combine the two together. Thank you for watching.